Good morning, Sault Ste. Marie. Welcome to the Special Report Morning Edition. I'm Chris Oldcorn.
And I'm Colette Linden, and that was a heck of a salutation.
Yeah.
Hey, you're happy today. Why are you so happy today? It's Tuesday.
Because tomorrow's supposed to be, double digits. We're actually kind of looking like it could be like early April tomorrow, so I'm pretty excited about that.
That's absolutely. So while you've got the weather, I know we've got some graphics possibly not popping up right now today,
Yes.
but what else do we have?
Yeah, today the weather only going up to 5. That's as high as it's going to go.
That's impossible. Are you sure there's not a 1 in front of that?
Yeah, I wish there was. But good news is there will be a 1 in front of that in a few days.
Awesome.
So tomorrow we're going to go up to 12. To actually get to 15, we're going to have to wait till Saturday, though. So Saturday is supposed to be 15 and a mix of sun and clouds. So we will at least...
That's good.
Yeah, we're going up to 12 tomorrow, but then we're going to go back down for a couple days.
Oh, really?
And then the weekend is supposed to be nice with 15 on Saturday and 11 on Sunday.
Okay.
However, it's supposed to be some rain on Sunday. So we'll see how that weather goes, but at least we get one good day on the weekend where it'd be nice to go out. And now with the parks opening back up, you can go for a walk, at any of the provincial
enjoy
parks.
The day, for sure.
I mean, we can't camp or have fires or anything like that, but at least you can go out and go into the parks, go for a walk, get out in nature.
Yeah.
And it's a good way to socially distance as well.
It is, while getting your exercise, which I need to take my little guy out of. Really concerned with them just sitting at home. They need more exercise for sure. For sure. Now listen, came in this morning and Mike was telling us about a guy that I think was going a little bit over the speed limit this morning.
Just a tad.
Just a little bit. In QEW, in the QEW, I assume probably around the Oakville area maybe. It opens up a little bit more when you go around, but you will just see there.
Yeah. He was going more than 10 over the limit.
More than 10, yeah.
Yeah, it was 308 kilometers an hour. For those of you keeping track at home, very few cars actually can go 308 kilometers an hour.
It was a Mercedes. Well, you can see there's some extreme stuff.
I think his license could be suspended for a bit because he actually didn't have a full license. He was still on, in the whole
Yes,
G
he's only
system.
18 years old, so
he did not have his full license yet. He was actually in the graduated licensing issue program thing they have.
But his insurance is going to be quite nasty in a few years if he gets it back. He's probably going to get he's definitely get suspension.
The car will be gone too because it's over 50 kilometers over the speed limit.
But when the officer pulled him over, he was telling the officer how he was handling the car very well. He didn't seem that it was an issue.
Well, I mean...
Where are you going? You need to get to it.
I'm not... I mean, for anyone who's lived in Toronto and knows the QEW, the fact that you can even go 100 on that highway
38 kilometers, never mind 308. So it would either been at 3 in the morning and during quarantine.
Is a parking lot most of the time.
And during quarantine. Well, hey, we got some stories that happened in the Soo as well. There was somebody else that was pulled over on Cora Road and then went to Douglas Street, and the cops had their lights on. They were about to pull them up. The car went up on the boulevard and took off. Some exciting stuff. Anyways, they found...
a car chase in the Soo.
They found them later on, who couldn't hide, and she's arrested and charged with theft under $5,000 and breach of probation as well. So,
that explains why she tried to run.
Well, I'm sure when you see the car going, it's going to be either drugs or something else. Oh, speaking of drugs, downtown Toronto, huge investigation that's been going on, thing called Operation Corridor, and namely because it was an issue between Montreal and Toronto, and a big trafficking. But they're talking about this is not your light-sized drug arrest or your medium-sized. This is big stuff, and it's millions of dollars that they've seized, which they think it was pure cocaine that they had found, and they're happy they found it because it would be mixed with fentanyl and all the junk to make all the extra money that they have. They don't want to try to make, and they don't know what's going to be put into it. So that was a big win for the Toronto police. I'm sure the Montreal police were also involved in that as well.
My cousin's ex-husband actually used to he still does it at Pearson Airport. And he goes into planes and then looks at he'll go inside of a wing to try and see if they've stuffed any drugs in there.
It's crazy.
He's found exotic animals. He's found pythons that are endangered.
Look at that packaging. And I remember I was at the police, the Sioux services for, I think they found 5,000, and I thought that was an exceptional amount. Look at the bags of cash.
And then there was that big mailbox break-in as well.
There was a mailbox break-in.
Yes, one day, maybe 2 weeks ago, we got a press release from the Sault Ste. Marie Police, and There was apparently someone who had broken into like 3 mailboxes, but they did catch the suspect later in the afternoon, so that was good. And we just kind of laughed because we're from like big cities, Toronto, Miami and stuff, where like the first 5 stories of the night are not mailbox thefts.
If it didn't hit 10,000.
That's the big crime of the day was a mailbox theft. I feel really safe.
Listen, I'm happy that I live here. I'm way happier since I moved to the Sioux. You know, I was going to say, have you ever watched Border Patrol or those shows on television where you can see the dogs sniffing and they can tell? Like, it's amazing where people are.
My cousin's husband was on the Canadian one. Ex-husband was on the Canadian one of that for an episode.
I love that show. They the dogs. They show what dogs at one point. They actually can only travel with $10,000
The one in Canada's on CBC, but I can't remember what it's called. And I've never actually watched it.
You have to. And this one with the dog, they had people lining up and they said, you know, do you have any extra cash on you? And I said, no. You just know there's that guy that's lying and you can point him out. Well, the dog is actually trained to smell how much money is in his pocket. So maybe that's why we're dog lovers.
The other thing with money too is there's a stripe in it. And it can actually detect if you have over $1,000 on you when you're going through TSA.
Cool.
So you got to space it out. You got to put it in different suitcases. So then you can get more money through.
If you're
smuggling.
If you like any more smuggling tips. Yeah, right. If you like any more smuggling tips, please contact Chris.
Yes, feel free. Chris's smuggling tips tonight at 7 p.m.
Oh, sorry. I don't have Facebook. Apparently, I don't have a password. My password changed a couple nights ago, but I didn't make it happen, so I'm not too sure what's going on.
Giselle said good morning to us. Daniel as well from KC Securities.
Good morning.
This morning as well.
This morning on my way in, I know.
And Giselle is Mike's wife, one of our producers.
Hi, Giselle. This morning on my way in, I was, remember I told you I drive with my knees because so I can apply mascara a little bit better. Anyway, I was in the park mode, bopping to some good music on 99.5, and KC Security was right behind me, and I was thinking,
at least it wasn't Sue's police. Yeah, I'm pretty sure putting on mascara would be considered distracted driving.
Super distracted, but what did I tell you? One time I was in Oakville on my way to work. I was at a light turning left. I was on Trafalgar, turning left, and I'm flying the second coat, and all I hear is, on my window, it was the bicycle cop.
Wow.
And he scared the hell out of me, too. And I said, he's like, ma'am, please put that. And he's looking at me, he couldn't tell. I'm like, mascara? He's like,
You know it's a guy cop when. Can you stop doing whatever it is you're doing? I don't know what it is, but.
He's like, can you put that
thing away, please?
Yeah, and I'm thinking, okay. Anyway, he scared the life out of me, knocking on my window. Right? Good thing I wasn't on the phone. He would have interrupted me.
Yeah, I have a couple friends who are police officers in Wasaga Beach, and in the summer, because the traffic is so bad, you have to understand, Wasaga Beach is like 30,000 people, but on the weekends in the summer, it swells to 120.
Yeah, it's a hot spot.
It takes you 45 minutes to go across town because there's only one road going back and forth.
Yeah.
They're on ATVs. That's how they get around the whole summer.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah,
so they will pull up into different spots to try and get people speeding coming into town, and they can hide all over the place. They can go on the beach, the road, everything. So, but we do have to go to a commercial break. So we will be back in just a moment. Stay tuned.
See you soon.
At Maitland Ford Lincoln, we see our trucks everywhere. We see them on Queen Street, Lake Street, North Street, Bay Street, 2nd line, 3rd line, 4th line, Pine Street, Great Northern People's Road, Wellington, Cora Road, Bruce Street, Carmen's Way, Northern Ave, Trunk Road. Folks come from all over Algoma District and beyond to buy their truck at Maitland Ford Lincoln. Amazing prices, outstanding service. King Street, Shannon Road, Goulet Bay, Black Road, Government Road, and even on Pine Shores. Yep, our trucks are everywhere. Get yours at Maitland Ford Lincoln, built for Northern life, on Great Northern Road, just north of the hospital.
Welcome back. So we've got some sports and entertainment coming up. I want to talk a little bit about Kobe Bryant. Apparently they're talking about maybe it was the people on board of the helicopter that was the issue, but we'll get into detail about that later. AHL's canceled the remainder of their season, but on what day was it last week? I think it was Giving Tuesday that we opened up with our fundraiser efforts for local communities and charities. And this week we want to do Easter seals. Sault Ste. Marie, they've come up with a 21 jump challenge, I believe, a creative thing you do 21 times. We've heard your creative ideas. We don't like them. What did you call it?
21 jumping jacks. Yes.
That is not a creative way. But if
It
you
is
would
on
like
TikTok, apparently. Like,
oh, okay, we should. Hey, don't you want to see Chris on TikTok?
I've never actually been on TikTok. I just know it's like short videos or something.
But you'll see their EasterSeals.org.
I'm like 20 years older, maybe 25 years older than the average age on TikTok. So
yeah, well, so am I. We're both 78ers.
We're.
So EasterSeals.org is the name of the organization. So for 20, what you want to do, Chris, is go and do something creative 21 times and upload it to Easter Seals SSM on their Facebook page, Instagram. Make it creative and tag 3 people. Donate $21. So that's how that's going to work. So we want to help them out a great deal because their telethon didn't do very well due to COVID-19, as we've said many times in the show. But what do you have for us on COVID-19 when we move on to that?
Yes, we have still only 3 positive cases here in Sault Ste. Marie, and that is at the extended care at Mapleview here in town. They're still making it through all the tests. As of yesterday, about middle of the day, we're still waiting for about 485 tests to come back. Most of those are from our long-term care homes, both the residents and staff. But the good news is that number was close to 2,000 on Friday, and of those sort of 1,500 people that were tested, there wasn't a single positive, which is fantastic because there has been outbreaks across the province in our long-term care homes. However, it seems to so far we haven't had any major outbreaks here in Algoma or Sault Ste. Marie. And also in Ontario, our cases are going in the right direction. We're getting less cases. Yesterday they announced that we had 308 cases from on Saturday that were new. Our deaths were down to 35. We'll have more numbers today that we'll be able to tell you at noon about what happened yesterday. But also last night was the City Council meeting, and a couple things happened there. One of the big things was that there's going to be the Kinsmen park here in town. They do have a building there right now, but it's very small. So they're going to do a feasibility study about actually taking that park and putting in a bigger facility. Reason being is they can then do both national, provincial, and larger local sporting events, such as mountain biking, running, cross-country skiing, and so on. So I'll have more on that later today as well.
Cool.
And then also Vikings Season 4. We are trying to get a clip from that. It was made by Take 5 Productions and MGM. And that is going to be used for marketing Sault Ste. Marie as a destination for filmmakers.
Oh,
so that's also exciting. That show is Emmy nominated. It's won a bunch of awards, Canadian Screen Awards and so on. It's on Netflix, Prime. It's a very popular TV show. So that's a good promo for the Soo if we can use that video for promoting filmmaking.
Maybe we can walk by and be extras.
Yeah, I mean, I look like a Viking, so.
We could do that.
Yeah. I got the Viking muscles.
I think we could work on it, like a super cool vibe walk. Okay, so we're going to go to our hashtag in this together video and stop this conversation before it gets off the rails. But so we mentioned Easter Seals earlier, Chris. Easter Seals is the video that we are doing today. And I sat with Kevin, who filled me in on what's going on. So here you go.
Well, as you've described, Colette, Easter Seals has been dependent on raising funds through a number of special events that we do throughout the year. And in light of the challenges with COVID-19, all of these events have been postponed or canceled.
Okay.
And so it's totally eliminated our ability to raise funds at this present time through those channels.
Mm-hmm. So how much has that affected your business this year compared to last year, dollar-wise?
Yeah, we are currently about 80% down on new generation at this time last year.
Okay.
The only sources of revenue that we've got.
Thank you for watching and have a great morning. We'll see you at 1 o'clock.
See you at 1 p.m. Sault Ste. Marie.